Students have always had different ways of learning, and with the addition of new technology, these learning options have expanded even more. The newest learning option? Online classes.
Classroom, you always have students that are really active and they raise their hand and they want to know things. You don't get that exactly in online, but you do get it because I have discussions. And in those discussions there are a lot of students that are just very bright, very brilliant, and they're going to throw out their discussion essays, because I have them write essays. It's not just throwing your ideas out. You have to have some sort of academic grounding in what you say for my discussions. But there are students who are going to throw that out, and they're like the equivalent of students who are the ones who are right out there and want to talk about different ideas. But I think online is better in this sense. There are a lot of students who don't want to say anything at all. They're very quiet, and you have to call on them to make them participate in a discussion. In the online, because it's graded, in the online course, they have to participate. And I think this is good, especially for those students who are thoughtful and who are really thinking about things, but maybe they're too shy to actually talk, or they're uncomfortable about how they put their words together. So this way they get to do that. Online is better in the sense that it really compels everyone to make a contribution. And if you're a student who doesn't want to contribute, if you're a student who really is used to just sort of getting by, it becomes very evident that that's what you are. I think that you can control it a little bit better if you don't have a teaching assistant, if people aren't going to special discussion groups. Yeah, I think there's far more voice that students have.
You got to do like online like chats and stuff with the teacher, so like we actually got to know him and like all the other students, so that was good. As far as learning goes, it's pretty much the same. I mean, I learned just as much in that class from taking it online as a regular class I would take in person, because you're constantly doing stuff every day for the class.
While the option to take classes online definitely exists, not everybody is in favor of it.
I guess I'm old school in the sense that I think there's really something to be gained by having a class full of people who come there for a reason, interact with one another, interact with me. I just feel like there's something to be gained by that personal interaction that goes on in a classroom with an instructor and a live audience who's there in the flesh. Because you get all that nonverbal coming back to you, whether it's a frown, somebody disagrees, you can call on that person if you sense that, or a frown that might indicate I don't understand what you're talking about. If it's done online, you really don't see any of that kind of stuff, and therefore you can't stop, you can't interact with that person, you can't confirm or whatever you need to do to bring clarity to it, or for that matter, if they disagree, it might be a source of some interesting discussion that the rest of the group can really benefit from.
I definitely prefer regular classes. I like having the interaction with the teacher, and I feel like I can learn the material better, and I don't like how independent the online classes are. I like being able to sit in the lecture and like take notes and have like it be in person.